Hi, welcome to After Spring Break. I'm going to review a couple things in this video. One is some of the changes that were made to Canvas. So when you log into Canvas, you will see an updated spring break schedule. Give that a click, and it summarizes when the due dates are, what I will be lecturing on, and kind of just took some things and shifted them around, and hopefully this works well. We do have some dates that are empty for now. I will be plugging and playing as I see how this goes, teaching this class online. Okay. The other thing that's important about being in Canvas is go to the Confer Zoom button, and in there we'll show you when I have scheduled Confer Zoom conferences. And you can watch it on your computer if you have video, or you can do it on your phone. Or if you don't have video on your computer, audio is fine too. I will send you reminders about that. So one quick refresher in Bridge. Just the last thing I think we did before spring break was how to sync files in Camera Raw and how to load different files as Photoshop layers. So we're going to try that. I'm going to select a couple of images by holding down the Command key. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and maybe one of the cards. So how about these? 6. Now, I have them selected in Bridge. I'm going to hit the Open in Camera Raw button. They all open, and you can see that the white balance is off on a lot of these. So that's the one thing I'm going to change very quickly. Go to white balance, add shot, auto, or I can grab the white balance eyedropper. That actually works a little better. It's much more neutral. Anything else that you want to fix locally, we can in Photoshop. Now I like what I've done to this one, so I'm going to go to Film Strip, select all, Film Strip again, sync setting, and the only setting that we changed is white balance. That's also Walter, you can probably hear him. And then hit OK, and you'll see that all of them are a little less blue. And then we'll hit Done. Now, back in Bridge, I'm going to go to Tools, Photoshop, Load Files into Photoshop Layers. So what this will do is take each of these 6 files and load them as an individual layer in Photoshop. It's doing it all at the bottom of the screen. It's pretty exciting. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to go back to 5 for a second, just to zoom in here and make sure that you see this. All right, let's zoom back out. So we have 6 layers in one Photoshop document. Before I go any further, I'm going to Command-Shift-S. I'm going to save it on my computer. If you want to save it in the cloud, you can. I'm going to save it onto my desktop, and I'm going to call it Katerina _ project 3A. And then save it as a Photoshop document with all of my layers. And when you get maximum capability, just hit Don't Show again. Okay, the final thing we're going to do is we're going to select all of these layers by clicking on the top layer, holding on the Shift, clicking on the bottom layer, going to Edit, Free Transform or Transform Scale, grabbing these corners and pulling them in. When we have them to a pretty good size we like, hit Return, and then click off all of the layers by clicking in this gray area here. And with the Move tool and Auto Select Layer chosen, we're going to click and move them around. And you'll see these pink lines, which are very helpful. They are the smart guides. And you can see they want things to line up. They love a beautiful grid. You can go. And there we go. So if you can't see those, they're under the View menu. Make sure your extras are checked. Show Smart Guides. And we have it set to snap so that it won't move pixel by pixel, but it will move, you can see it's 62 down, 62 pixels down, right? So it wants to line it up and not move pixel by pixel. If you need to move pixel by pixel, you will have to use the arrows on the keyboard. In this case, I didn't make them small enough. So I'm going to do one more thing before we finish this video, which is go to Image, Canvas Size. And I'm going to check Relative and then add 3 inches and 3 inches. That will add 3 inches to the width, 3 inches to the height, and it will let me, not pixels. There we go. That would have been very, very small. That gives me a little bit more room to play around putting my grid together. And then when you're done, all you've got to do is just crop any space out that you don't want. So we'll put those into a super cute grid. We can hit the C for the crop tool, crop it in a little bit. There we go. Hit return to apply that transformation and Command S. In the next video, we will go over how to edit these individually. Thank you.